a lot. People are bringing up that the fact that you and Austin have only combined for one goal, but if you look at it, Austin leads the team in shots. You're up there. The penalty kill has been great. So even though there's an amount of frustration at not being able to score, can you talk a little bit about the positive things that you've taken from that and from your game in the past, through the first 5 games, and the frustrations too of not being able to score?
We've had a lot of great chances. We've been around the net. Eventually one's going to go in. So I think the frustration levels are just keeping it low. We're realizing that we're getting our opportunities, we're getting our chances, like I said, and just haven't gone in yet. So we're just staying patient with it. We realize we're going to keep getting our looks. Obviously, we want them to go in. So, tonight we got to try and bear down a little more and make sure we really do finish them off. And I thought we played a pretty good series so far, just defensively wise, of playing smart with the puck, making sure we're above. I'm not giving a whole lot up in our D zone.
Next up, we'll go to Terry Koshan, Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Terry.
Morning, Mitch. What's the general mood right now around the club, and with the opportunity to finish this night when you guys couldn't get it done the other night?
Well, I don't think our mood ever really changes. It's the same always. Everyone's always happy. Looking at the bright side, making sure we're focused on trying to finish this team out tonight and trying to, move on. So we just got to make sure we come ready to play tonight. Obviously, they're going to come again with their best. Last game, we know we didn't start or really play to our best at all. So another opportunity here. Got to make sure that we are ready for it and we're ready for the challenge.
Hey, TJ, Jake had a goal and a tip, getting some pucks from long distance on Price. How important is that, considering he's frustrated some guys on breakaways and 2-on-1s and things like that?
Yeah, it's big. He's a goalie that if he sees it, he's going to stop it. So, to get people to the net in his eyes and, just to get any rebounds is definitely key.
Thanks.
Next up, we'll go to Kevin McGran, Toronto Star. Go ahead, Kevin.
DJ, there's going to be fans in the stands and people watching at home looking at fans in the stands. What do you think it says to the country that regarding the pandemic that we've gotten this far? Do you think it will give us hope that there's light at the end of the tunnel here?
Yeah. It's a step in the right direction. I guess we'll see where it goes, though.
Next up, we'll go to Kristen Shilton, TSN. Go ahead, Kristen.
TJ, what stands out to you the most about Travis Dermott's game?
Yeah, I think just his poise with the puck. His ability to make plays under pressure, especially on the breakout. He's always back there and trying to advance the puck, make clean plays on our own end. And for a guy his age, that's a great asset.
What do you think you guys have done best as a 6-man unit in this series so far on the back end?
I think there's areas we could improve, but every game's been different. Some games we've had good gaps, some games we've stocked off and gave them a little bit too much time, and it's just a matter of putting it all together, in the same game.
Next up, we'll go to Chris Johnston, Sportsnet. Go ahead, Chris.
Hi, TJ. Might be a little bit self-evident, but I'm wondering what you've missed the most about playing games without fans in the building.
I guess just the extra boost you might get, especially at home with a loud crowd. You just get that energy, especially the momentum swings. When the team's rolling and the fans are buzzing, it's easy to stick with it.
We'll take 2 more here. We'll go to Terry Koshan, Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Terry.
Morning, TJ. Hey, where's your personal comfort level, given the way you played so well in this series? I mean, yourself, not the team, but just, I don't think you've been on for goal against here. And just what are you feeling out there on the ice right now?
Yeah, I feel comfortable. There's always things to get better at. And you look back after every game and there's plays that you wish you would have made or seen coming, and every game's different, and you just learn and move on. Every game's new and a fresh start, and obviously just learn from the last one and move on to the next.
Thanks. Provided you do get Nick back in tonight, what can you provide there at that spot again in the second line, and really just a boost for the club as a whole with his presence in the lineup?
Yeah, well, Nick will be a game time decision here tonight, but certainly, we knew when we brought him in that he could be a difference maker for us in all regards, in terms of the leadership and the energy, competitiveness that he has, ability to play anywhere in the lineup and different positions, all those kind of things. So, yeah, he's an important player for us for sure, and getting him back would be a boost. But as I say, his status will be determined later tonight.
Next up, we'll go to Mike Zeisberger, NHL.com. Go ahead, Mike.
Sheldon, judging by warm skate today, just confirmation that Dermott is in for Sandin, and what went into the decision and what he brings to the table.
Well, that is the case, and we will make that switch here tonight. I thought Dermott's played a good game for us the other night when we put him in. Rasmus is coming off of a tough night, and just felt here today that going with Dermott would be the right move for us here today. Gives Rasmus a little bit more time to settle in, and kind of combination of both learning from the previous game and then gaining a little extra experience as he's making his way through his first playoff series in the NHL.
Next up, we'll go to Kevin McGran, Toronto Star. Go ahead, Kevin.
Sheldon, I know your focus is on the game tonight and how, because of how important it is, but for people at home, they're going to see fans in the stands for the first time. And I wonder if you can speak to what it means to Canadians to be able to see something that looks kind of normal, the way things used to be, and how big a moment this might be for signaling the end of the pandemic.
Yeah, you know what? It's a great question. It's actually something I've been thinking about is, that having some people back in the building tonight is a sign of progress for our country. So I think that's a really good thing, of course. So we've seen, in terms of the game, and we've seen down in the U.S. that the emotion and how that can change an environment. But I think in this case here, to your question, is less about the game and our sport and the playoffs and all of that, but more just about some progress being made in the country. I think that's a really good sign for everybody.
We'll go to Chris Johnston, Sportsnet. Go ahead, Chris.
Sheldon, Alex Galchenyuk's obviously a veteran player in the NHL, but I'm wondering, when someone has an error kind of at the end of the game like he did, if there's any concern from where you said about his confidence or anything as he moves forward.
Well, concerned to the point that, you want to be sure to, to have a conversation with him and just reaffirm the fact that he's done a lot of really good things, not just in this series, but all season long. And that those should be the things that he's thinking about, and that should give him the confidence to come back here today and recover from a mistake like that. It's a difficult one to overcome, and it would hit any player hard. But again, it's really important you don't let one play define you as a player. And I think as we look at the big picture, he's done a lot of really good things. In fact, he was a major difference maker for us in Game 4. And he's played really well since he's come in and taken part in this series. So he's got lots of reasons to just push past that one and just be himself here tonight.
We'll go to Mark Masters, TSN. Go ahead, Mark.
Sheldon, I know yesterday was a bit of an off day, but what's your sense of the group as a whole, how they've reacted to what happened in Game 5 and the opportunity ahead of them tonight?
I think the guys are good. They recognize that we weren't good enough the other day, and that's why we're here in Montreal tonight. But the guys have confidence in themselves and their ability, and we just have to go out here today and just be who we are. We've played a lot of games here this season, and just like we just talked about with Galchenyuk, I think you look at what you've done to get to this point in the big picture in the grand scheme, and that gives us confidence to be able to go out and play a good game here tonight and finish this series off.